Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Green English with OPA. Spawn on the bottom top left side as the Pink Chinese, we have Dash. Collecting some very juicy sheep carcasses there. He was pointed out for an early meal there, so his Imperial official can collect some extra gold. And he's actually focusing quite a bit heavy on gold. Usually people just go for the Imperial official there to grab his gold enough, his 200 gold for the age up, but not this case. Oh! Here's something unique as well. We see the Abbey of Kings. You know, I have seen the Abbey of Kings so little, I don't really know much about it. It does have a healing race. I think it also can deploy out a hero, a king. And Pink does killing off the deer. Neither of them are roosts. Why are they killing off the deer? Am I stupid for thinking like they're just both killing off deer? They missed the boar as well to aggro and hit each other. Well, either way, Pink's trying to hit Green Scout. The Abbey King's being pulled on out. Let's see what's unique about the Abbey Kings. And now we've got the King. A mighty king, a powerful cavalry unit, heals nearby units 2 health every 1 second, so it is a early healer. Let's take a look how powerful he is as well. He may be eyeing to use the king himself to harass his opponent. The king. It has right now 16 attack by a great sword. It has a lance attack as well, so it is an actual knight unit early on. So the king himself is going to be advancing forward. He does try to spout out these 4-8, does not spot any villagers there, does have the scout to assist him. Pointing him, the scout is like a hunter's guide. The scout is showing him where to hunt, and the king is going to kill it. Just like it's in the Congo or Africa, right? But they're fighting there. He's hunting the most dangerous game. The king does see a bit of hits there. I wonder, does the king himself has a health regen on him for himself? It has a healing aura. It does have the king icon on top, like the campaign. 101. So yeah, I think he has his own passive health regen as well. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, I don't see any healing himself. He doesn't heal himself, which is a little bit of a shame. But it does have the king advance forward. The king does heal the nearby horseman. I wonder if maybe it has to be out of combat, because the horseman's not being healed at the moment. I saw him getting healed earlier, so maybe an out of combat heal that also affects himself. See the heal effect right there. Now there's healing effect there, and does not heal himself. What do you all think? If the king were to heal himself in out of combat with his own aura effect, would you think that would be overpowered or not? I mean, it's basically the Royal Knights without the upgrade, but just all by his lonesome. And he is quite expensive. Oh, there we go. He does have to he has to fall back to the Abbey Kings to get healed up. Interesting. What do y'all think about that? I think he should be affected by his own healing aura. The healing aura of the Abbey Kings can be useful for villagers. Maybe it can do something a little bit different. Maybe this should be upgrades for the king himself to get some more benefits later on. Maybe the king should be like a Khan, gets access to more abilities later on as well. Such as a mobility aura, or mobility, basically like single arrows. Get nearby units to move faster, more armor. The heal ability from the campaign will be a bit overkill, and the faster deployment time will be also overpowered as well. But maybe that could come out in later ages, like age 4 gets the have all nearby structures build faster aura. That horseman will go on down, and the king and the horseman will be falling on back. The king himself took a bit of fire there. As we mentioned earlier, he cannot heal himself. Do now have these longbowmen advancing forward as well. He's trying to interrupt this town setup, but the town setup will be built. It would be something fun as well. This could be by the king, or maybe as well as like the cons, where you can simply just name the character. Or sort of like in Age of Empires 3, like your explorer gets a name. Just a little bit of extra flavor to it, like king something something, or con of something. Just something a little bit more customizable and fun. You're now the king's palace being pulled out. Some of these Chinese villagers are not collecting. There's not enough surface area on these sheep. In fact, there's actually a lack of sheep now, which is a bit of a problem for Pink. Pink does have a superior villager production, but now there's going to be exposed mill to the longbowman horsemen. It's a quick kill there. The Imperial official does not get killed off. And now Pink is outplaying out a big wave of horsemen. Longbowman falling on back. We got this horseman here falling back as well. And the longbowman's going to be sent there to die. Do now have a wheelbarrow being pulled out by Pink, and do have these horsemen falling back. Spearmen are charging on forward. We've got the new age. Green has gone for the castle. Of course, it was the castle Palace of Kings, so he does have access to his own second town center now. Rather than pulling out a town center, he just relied on it, likely. Horsemen and King are now getting some good engagement. There's a good number of spearmen here. The King is classified as heavy melee cavalry, so he will receive extra damage from these spearmen, as well as from crossbowmen. Now we have some knights being pulled out to assist the King. He's very good health regen there, so his battered forces can fall back, get some much needed healing. Now, Pink has gotten Castle Age as well. We do got the, of course, Astronomical Clock Tower, got the Imperial Academy, Bardic in the Sun. Let's fast forward now. Both players are trying to eco up. Green is trying to poke forward with his knight, not with his scout. And Green's now advancing forward as well. We got a pretty good alpha strike there on some of the Pink's horsemen. And looks like Jane's going to be massing up some forces. Looks like this game's going to be a nice, long, slow game. Both sides are in eco up. Green's now advancing forward into these experiment. Does see a bit of alpha strike there. Something else the King could do as well, get as a buff, because you don't ever see the King. And it gets something like the Saint's Blessing used by the warrior monks as well. There'll be a lot of things to be added to the King. I just want to make it a bit more attractive than just seeing Council Hall all the time. Council Hall right now is very, very solid because you don't need to really build any additional archer range production. It's very easy and convenient, while the Abbey of Kings does give you something unique. The Council Hall just gives you a generic, easy production of longbowmen. It saves you about like 300 wood in comparison. Because after all, the Council Hall is an archer range that works 300% faster. Nothing else special than that. Not 300% faster, 100% faster is equivalent to 2 archer ranges. So it just saves you 300 wood, while the Abbey of Kings give you something a little bit more unique. And an AoE heal health regen could be very handy for your raiding parties. Knights and Horsemen now engaging. Does use a ritual there, but it's completely out of range. Can the King be converted? Hopefully not. Looks like this force is backing on off. Does get some good damage there. Does lose one of his knights. Does lose a couple horsemen here. That could have been lancers as well. And this monk is trying to go for the secret site now. Pink is starting to wall up this region. Green is walling up this region. And this horseman will escape on out of there. Does not interrupt the deployment of the walls. This horse is nice healed up, barring the king himself. We do now have this palisade gate now under fire from these horsemen, but they do fall back now. And now they're pushed by force once again. They do fall back now. These forces may just want to camp it a little bit better. You can throw some spearmen inside the tower to get some arrows firing. Both sides have claimed a sacred site. Horsemen trying to stop that sacred site from being claimed. Any skirmish damage that this army has sustained will be healed up by the king. Go for this now. This palisade wall there. There's a good number of spearmen in this region. Does fall back now. There's a wolf eating his villagers. Oops. And now we do have this monk is going down, and we've got the wolf actually eating the horseman. Got these knights and scout advancing forward. Will not find the priest and the sacred site. This force is now trying to break on the palisade wall once again. Does have still a good number of spearmen for the region. And it's going to receive a bit of hit there. That can be healed up, of course. These lancers advancing on forward. A lot of exposed villagers here. He does have, of course, a mill here. And looks like these villagers will get overwhelmed right there. And they do get inside the town center. A couple of them do go down. And there's multiple town centers firing, including the king's palace. Right now the villager count is in favor of pink, 102 to 70. And pink's going for a lot of research over here. Green has gotten not much research. Pink has gotten more research. And now these knights, they don't get any alpha damage strike there. They're trapped on the lancers there. A lot of these lancers are quite wounded. He has to take time, bring back one scholars, and get them all healed up. The wolf does get cleaned up there as well. And now all these forces are falling on back. We have these large number of spearmen in this region, as well as a pair of lancers in this region. And now we do got a large number of clock tower nested bees. And this force is quite bunched up. These things could do a bit of damage to those knights. Spearmen have to make sure they have to escort those clock tower nested bees. Damn allergies. This palace gate is now under fire, and is on fire, and is now smoldering ruin. These infantry force advancing force as well is lighting some houses on fire. And the knights and the king are advancing forward. The scout's still alive as well. Gains with great spotting for this region, and maybe overwhelm some of this infrastructure. Bardican's Sun is now being hit. He's now charging very far forward. Got some defensive longbowmen here. Going for the spring ball replacement. The spring ball replacement is not important at this moment in time. These clock tower SPs are camps in bit of more abuse. Got a handful of crossbow in the field as well. These knights need to start hitting these horsemen. There's just too many spearmen for those knights to go back on in. These knights need to start hitting these lancers. The Abbey Kings does provide some good health regen, and does do that in combat, I believe. Actually, no, it does not. Green has these knights going around. These knights and the king advancing forward over here. Maybe we'll find these villagers trying to pull out granary and rice farms. Villagers, killers can't get inside this town center. It does have two town centers constantly firing away. Some of these farms have been set ablaze. And some of these crossbowmen being killed up as well. Did those spearmen just throw torches on top of that crossbowman? Clock tower and nest of bees, one of them has gone down, the other two are submitted fire, but thanks to them being clock tower, they do have extra health. Spearmen now going to be picked apart by these townsers, and they're much more vulnerable to the townser fire. Knight's now turning forward, trying to deal with some more villagers. Both sides are just losing a massive number of villagers. Green has 61, Pink has 88. King's Palace now receiving a bit of fire, has 5,000 health. The primary town center has 5,000 health as well. And these spearmen will be ripped apart by all these extra arrows. These knights have been cleaned up by these spearmen, but it's still got these knights here. The granary could be picked off, but it will not. Spearmen are slowly being whittled apart, trying to focus down these long bowmen. And this area is still being protected. Holy crap, Pink's down to 66. The villager count has been evened out severely. And a lot of these granaries could be focused down as well. And these forces now just getting ran around and being picked on off. If these forces sustain a bit of damage, the other kings can heal them up quite nicely. We got a defensive Pink keep here, and these villagers going down. Green now has a superior number of villagers in his opponent, and Pink only has spearmen here. It's only spearmen to put on the map. Green does have a nice mix of mostly knights. No, it's like a mix, is it? And these forces may just want to fall back. They're quite wounded. They may want to bust down a palisade wall here. It feels like all the breaches have been patched. Most of this force will be cleaned on up, so might as well dance around, keep opponents at your base. It gives you time to recover. As long as it just stays around these granaries, it will pose a constant threat and prevent these villagers from gathering up all their food. Even playing out palisade walls there just to choke up these forces. Knights, however, do manage to slip on through, and the king's health regen has been very successful, but the king himself may go down. Looks like green has... That cannot be correct. 259 gold income. It may not calculate it until these guys start depositing. Oh yeah, it doesn't start counting until it starts depositing. Knight's still alive, King is still alive, that's pretty still good health regen. Keep is still alive, so he's able to get some good arrow fire onto these knights. And he's not... Oh, he does create an opening there, allowing his forces to escape. The king does escape on out with a handful... Oh, never mind. Wait. Did they all go... Did you delete them? Oh, I thought they would escape on out there, but they actually all went down, apparently. But he's not going for the sacred site. The sacred site's just being camped by 2 horsemen. And you got all these knights being put up by Green as well. He has not gotten a lot of research. Look at Green's research at the moment. He is upscaling his research quite a bit. I think he's been focusing so heavily on knights. He's now getting this gold income. He's using that to get all this research going. Pink has still a decent amount of research. This game will continue on for quite some time. Got a big wave of Spear Base 4. Takes out those scouts. Green's backing off. He's going for this forward gold mine. He still has this safe gold mine here as well. And now the Spearmen advancing forward, but they're Spearmen. They're going to get ripped apart by the castle arrows. And he does, of course, make them not throw torches on the castle there with that knight charge. Either he engages the knight or engages the castle with the keep. Neither. But it's doing really much neither. Of course, got these longbowmen here. The keeps are for the English can deploy military units as well. Nested bees do fire up all the way there. Those nested bees has gone down. Got some spring golds coming into melee range to those one gold apparently. And Spearman's still trying to deal with his keep, and will be eventually set ablaze, but he has plenty of villagers inside the keep itself. King's Advance is not going all too well. We've got this clock, another clock tower and nested bees pushing way forward. Seems more castle fire. King's Advance is not going well whatsoever. He needs trebuchets. We can pop up the castle now and start repairing it up. The castle still provides some good firepower. He can still lose some villagers. The villager count is 85 to 92, so both villagers count are minimal. Palisade Gate is receiving a bit of fire from these forces. And now got these spearmen trying to dissuade them from being in the region. Let's get some damage there, falling back to these forces. Does have a fresh king, which does provide good forward healing. And all these forces have taken a little bit of damage, and all of that stuff will be topped off. Very nice. He's now trying to repair up this castle. We have some palace guards being blown out of the field. They're a fast man-at-arms unit. They have less armor. Let's see, they have for now 3-3 base armor. I don't see if there's any man-at-arms for Green, so I can't really give them a comparison. Green's not going for another castle over here. And it's going to be collecting all the stone. At this point in time, he's running out of gold here. He may need to start eyeing for some trade caravans, go some mid-range trade caravans, just generate some sort of gold income. He has a couple deposits remaining, but he's down to about 4,000 gold left in his territory. Now we've got clock tower battering rams, which will be very durable units, that's for sure. We need trebuchets. Berkshire Castle has been built. Oh, that was a Berkshire Castle, not a keep. My mistake. Now that's exactly what it needs. Clock Tower Bombard. I was thinking trebuchets, but bombards work. We do not have the enclosures being researched. Of course, gives villager gold generation. Each farm enclosed being worked by a villager generates +1 gold every 0.5 or every 5 seconds. It sounds like it's also a mill buff, not necessarily a farm buff. We've got a large number of palace guards as well as elite spearmen. That should be more than enough defense force for these battering rams. Bombards. Bombard does see a bit of fire there. What's up? Bombards far too close, isn't it? Now the Knights gonna come forward, trying to take over those bombards. I'm not sure what weapon that was that went down. Bombards receiving lots of arrow fire. Battering rams now receiving some fire from the villagers, literally. He does load his force, trying to deal with these forces. He does keep the bombard alive. The bombard is just far too close. But it looks like he will pick up the castle, backing off the bombard now to get out of range of the castle. This outpost does go down as well. Keep now producing some repairs. Bombard, Ellen's entire force is falling back. He's sort of struggling a bit disjointly. Takes out a couple of those forces there. They're just palace guards and spearmen just sort of streaming on in. We got these villagers eventually on board. I don't know where they're trying to pull something. Both players are Imperial Age as well. What Imperial Age one did he go for? Spirit Way. Spirit Way. Dynasty related technology can be researched here for 50% cost and increase research speed. When a dynasty unit is killed, nearby units will receive plus 20% attack speed and 20% health over 10 seconds. That's probably why he's going for those what's it called? palace guards. He also could go for some other upgrades here, but not going for the time being. Sacred site being decaptured. Do the clockwork units count as dynasty units? They count as the unique unit icon, so perhaps not. Bombard's advancing on forward as well. Got these forces engaging the infantry forces. Got a lot of elite man-at-arms for Marine. Palace guards are engaging in Marine melee as well. And the keepers receiving quite a bit of fire. Two bombards can make short work of it. Spearmen trying to engage these knights. Longbowmen, however, firing some good amount of arrows. Palace guards do have two less armor for both Pack and Pierce armor, while they do have increased movement speed. Keep going on down. He's trying to get to those bombards. The keep will likely go on down, and the keep has been upgraded cannon placement as well. Longbowman trying to deal with these bombards. That's like great, and does keep there as well. Pink's not going for his own keep right here, trying to secure this gold. There's still 3,418 gold remaining, so that is definitely a worthy investment to claim that gold. When he's running low his own gold supplies back here, that has 200 gold left. That is nothing. And the other gold supply I think has been consumed, so Pink desperately does need that gold supply. He may want to start get a small trickle of caravanners as well. Oops, a bit of a lag spike there, my apologies. This keep has been cancelled or deployed on forward. And that mill will go down. Knights eyeing to perhaps push on forward into this base. Or pushing hit the bombards. Too bad we can't garrison the bombards inside the keep just to keep them safe. Because he doesn't really need them at the moment. And Green going for the next gold vein right there. There's a bit of gold here as well. It's a small one. Not this large one. This one's basically a small one. What's remained left for Pink. So got these knights moving around. The King's getting them nice and healed up. King's good hits there. Palace guards is charging forward. He has a large number of palace guards. So his man-at-arms plus palace guards. Got hand cannoneers squad up by Green as well. And finally, this wouldn't be half bad for Pink. We're trying to claim up his forces, but there's a large number of palace guards here. Trying to overwhelm these forces. Longbowmen just going to hold the line there. Springbones hitting these clock tower bombard towers, but it takes 6 springboard hits to take them out. That one does go down. And Pink does manage to break on through. Keep is a little bit exposed. There's a lot of defense there. Those pushing way forward as well. One Pink bombard remains. Pink still trying to build springboards. As bombard moves, it will go down to these lancers or knights. Bombard does go down, and it will be falling back. Has a bit of fire there, but nothing that King can't heal up. This force sword advancing on forward. Got more hand cannon slits being applied by something in tide spawned. Replacing relics. Relics placed in monster gives plus 30 non-gold resources. Speaking about gold, there's currently 2 relics inside this monastery as well. Got these palace guards getting some great damage on in there, but they're slowly whittled apart by these various forces. King's now pushing forward, trying to get some good damage there. The Abbey of Kings can force by some good health regen once it does defend this region. And she'll be able to get these guys quickly all healed up, ready to go on for a counterattack. Looks like cannon placement somewhere? Oh, there's a cannon placement on this outpost here. These outposts being upgraded springboard emplacements, and this one's the hand cannoneer slits. Villagers are now trying to run away. This gold has mostly been mined on up. This one is not collecting anything at the moment. He is garrisoned it. He needs to get those guys ungarrisoned and start collecting, because that's 18 villagers. He needs to start collecting all that gold. In fact, Green's low on gold. Not sure how long this villagers are idle. Green still has a significant force here. Needs to fall back to the Abbey Kings, get some good health regen. We have some fire laser being pulled out on the field. Very nice. And also going for the biology, increase the health of all cavalry by 30%. Got these palace guards advancing forward. Palace guards, of course, are very mobile. They're able to form flanks all by their own. Got some spearmen mixes for them as well. Green currently has 103 villagers. His opponent has 127. To go with the reserves as well, got good food or wood and gold reserve for Pink. Green has no reserve of resources whatsoever, but does have a pretty sizable army still here. And now these Fire Lancers are going forward. Wait, did all those villagers go down to Fire Lancers? Oh, there's that group there. The AoE damage should rip them apart. He's back off some of them. Are these, yeah, they're all Fire Lancers. The Pink's eyeing for his own castle as well, trying to claim some more of this gold. Pink's not trying to go for a kill, he's trying to secure resources, he's trying to win the war of attrition. At the current rate, he's doing a good job of that. But Green has access to some gold generation with his mills, and this mill's outside of his walls as well. Speaking about walls, they're going on up, stone walls. Let's see now, granaries are all up and going. Pink's economy has not been harassed. Green could try getting out some trade caravans. You don't have to go max distance. Max distance, of course, provides the most amount of resources, but even getting say maybe 10 or 20 could provide him enough gold in order to outlast his opponent after he's expending his gold income. Because combined with that, with the farms generating a little bit extra gold. Just an idea, though. Fire Lance advancing force. Fire Lances do have great special tech there. Got the global benefit there. And there's some great AoE damage onto those forces. But the Abbey of Kings could counteract those Fire Lancers' AoE damage by healing them in the AoE. We've got hand cannoneers brought up by Green. Fire Lancers now charging forward, trying to deal with these counterweight trebuchets. Killing all these counterweight trebuchets is a nice little boon. Backing off now. Let's get some good damage there. Able to get some AoE damage even on the farms. Now going for the King's Palace. Taking out these, well, that can always be rebuilt. This opponent does have less villagers opponents, so taking out villagers is actually quite important. King's Palace is going to be burned to death. Got these Lancers so just going around everywhere, getting some great damage onto these villagers. The reason I was starting to respawn, he does have a backline castle here. For some odd reason, but it does be useful. Green has some man-at-arms and spearmen here, getting some very sporadic damage on these forces. And these Fire Lancers will be forced on back. Green has 90 villagers. This one has 133. Great volley there. Green does have a good reserve of food and has a decent gold income without any gold miners. Getting some good damage there with the Palace Guards. Hand cannoneers don't care what they shoot at. All they care about they are shooting. And Pink will be backing off his force now. Let's keep here. We'll of course keep the Berkshire Castle unbuilt. And Pink will claim up all that gold. There's still a bit of gold here as well, so Pink does have a lot of gold nodes to work with. Nice to get a good hit there as well, trying to deal with these forces. Let's get inside the keep now, going for a cannon placement. Right now, the Yuan dynasty pyrotechnics increase the range of hand cannoneers by plus 1.5. That is quite significant, honestly. There's not many upgrades for hand cannoneers, so getting range upgrades for hand cannoneers can be very handy indeed. Palace Guards now charging forward, trying to deal with more of these villagers. Very nice. They, of course, are very fast and mobile, hard for man-at-arms to keep up with them. Getting some great damage there onto these villagers. These Palace Guards will be cleaned up, but do get a large number of kills on these villagers. This one's down to 87. Green's not going for some battering rams, which should be useful to help poke down holes in some of these keeps. Fire Lancers are not being pursued by these knights. He can redeploy out his ping as well. Power does go down, go for mining camp, but that mining camp's not going in the moment. Let's spot each other there. Get a great volley there on those fire lancers. Take a quick look at each player's reserves. Chinese players does not have a whole lot of gold. Has a good reserve of food and wood, so they want to pull out some trash. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone. My apologies. And we do have green has a good reserve of everything at the moment, barring stone. Green, pink, the Chinese player does have a small income of stone thanks to some monastery technology. We've got these hand cannoneers on the high ground. They do, of course, have a 7.5 attack range. Greens only has a 4 tile attack range. That is a pretty sizable range for Pink's hand cannoneers thanks to its unique technology. Iron is pushing way forward, gets good hits there on these mining camps. And now we do got a defensive keep here. Fire Lancers, hand cannoneers, and palace guards being pulled on out. And each one time these units come on forward, does get a bit of extra health regen, but these Fire Lancers are just getting annihilated, so is the palace guards. And cannoneers getting some great damage there. Greens make a slow advance push. Pink needs some nest of bees at the moment, honestly. Because that would be very, very effective versus this force right now. We've got some batteries being pulled out by Pink, but it does not have any sort of nest of bees in the build cube, looks like. Fire Lance is trying to get some damage there onto these battery rams, trying to save his keep. And it looks like Pink will slowly grind his way defense force here. Anakin near force is falling back. Green's battery rams have gone down. Pink still has 125 villages, one has 103. And we got this force here, sort of making a soft retreat now. Pink's starting to rebuild some of his walls. And there's walls around everywhere, so Pink has walled off his opponent with his stone walls. And does go by a palace gate there as well, which he could use to mount some of these hand cannoneers up on this wall section here. And putting the gate over here makes it so you can't really push forward all too well. The gate has not been completed just yet. Some of these villagers are starting to get on hit. These villagers will go down. And now the gate has collapsed, which has allowed both sides to go up the walls. Green's trying to make his way up the walls. Palace guards engaging these units are going up the walls. And Pink's hand cannoneers are just trying to deal with them as well, but Green has a better position. The choke points go in favor of Green. Right now, Pink is running low on gold. Has small gold reserves. He's claiming all this gold here, but that has been denied. This gold here has been cleaned up, so as the Imperial officials to collect some gold as well. Does have a keep here. Have a decent defense force here, losing the battering rams. These forces are getting seeing a bit of fire there, but the palace guards are going down. Do now have a outpost here as well as, of course, the keep. It does soften his opponent's fancy. Perhaps could take time to rebuild that as well. So I think the Fire Lances do stream on forward as well. Sorry, I missed that. These guys need to be in general attack order now. Lancers will go on forward, start hitting some of these villagers. Forces starting to be cleaned on up, but still got the defensive keep over here, so the farms are staying alive. This force does have an important benefit of forcing back your opponent back in your base, make him play defensive so he can regather the force. He has not rebuilt the wall there, trying to go for a fresh mining camp there. And he's building a stone wall gate there. And building a stone wall here. Battery rams do receive a bit of fire there. Green's pulling out a large number of horsemen. Green's low on gold, doesn't think he has any traders at the moment. Stonewall Gate will go ahead and go on down. Pink's hand candy, of course, get the good first volley there. Battery rams receive a bit of fire, which actually may be good for Pink, allowing him to deal with all these spearmen. And Candy is now going to the high ground, so also Pink has been on the high ground. Horseman's trying to come for a flank. Battery rams are charging forward, trying to deal with these towers. That did provide the castle network, so no longer Green has a castle network. Green's getting some good damage there. Got various long bowmen here. Long bowmen, of course, are very effective versus these light units as well. They're lacking armor, but hand candy is supposed to just punch a bit harder. Battery rams are charging forward, getting some great damage there on the infrastructure against Green. These forces are being streamed on in, and these forces are going to be stuck a certain way, trying to avoid the high ground, trying to reform the lines. Villagers haven't really been hit, but now they're going to be pursued. Battery rams still going forward. He's using villagers to clean up those battery rams. I got these fire lanes advancing forward. These villagers are very, very stacked up, but these fire lanes just connect. There's going to be a lot of AoE damage to the Duke inside the town center. Never mind. Hank more and more Hank moving forward now, trying to close this breach. Green still has a decent amount of gold generation. So does Pink. Both of them have similar gold generation. But now Pink's going for some sacred sites, so is Green. Pink's force there does fall back. But these fire lancers are going a bit too far in, so it's going to just stand there engaged. Spearmen are going to be hunting them down. Pink and Green are just now throwing a lot of force there. Pink needs to go back right around here, get some reinforcements, may throw them on the small segments here. And Green does have a battery ram over here, so he's starting to build out some battery rams to flank his opponent, or maybe just try to do that just to open up that wall. There's a good number of castles here, one of them upgraded cannon placement. Green's lumberjacks went a bit too far forward, will be annihilated. There's a lot of lumber mills here. Interesting. We've got a defensive castle network over here, and there's a lot of foliage to help cover up that region, so that's a good spot for the castle network. Longbowmen could perhaps go on the high ground as well.
Commander, mate.
And he could apply a king to help top up these guys' help. Pink is claiming this sacred site. It is very important for Pink to get those golden cones, because right now he's lacking much gold generation. Once his gold mines cleaned on or gathered, that is all the gold on the map all collected. Ireland does cancel that keep right there. Got a good number of man-arms, spearmen, and hand cannoneers advancing forward. Pink's hand cannoneers are still just trying to fire away. He needs to get down to those walls and those reinforcements. Damage on those forces. Pink is going to be pulling them up. Pink is lacking any sort of military production. Right now he has a 36. He needs more. He needs arch. He probably just needs to pull out regular archers at this point in time. He's lacking the gold. Getting a good collection of gold despite that moment. But right now Pink is down to 27 military units. Green has plenty of military units at the moment. Right now he just needs to throw anything that he can. Horsemen, spearmen, archers, anything that can fight, because right now he has reserves down the minimum. The English player doesn't have a whole lot of reserve resources as well. It does have good reserve of gold. I'm not sure where English is getting all that gold at the moment. Maybe it's a gold mine I'm not seeing somewhere on the map. Maybe that's all from the farms. Because right now it's very, very variable. So it could be all that from farms and other passive generations. So Green may have enough gold, passive gold generation for the rest of the game. People going down. We got more barracks on the front line, going for a defensive keep right there. Firelines are charging forward, trying to get some good damage. If he charges on in, that will force back his opponent. Potentially. But now the Lancers actually are not going deep in. Fire Lance is pushing forward. That gives Pink a bit of a breathing room. This gold is almost cleaned up, and that'll be the last of Pink's gold reserve. Fire Lance gets some pretty damage there. He doesn't actually cross-cut axe or saw either. Batteries have gone down. Stone walls stay up. More batteries been pulled on out. As before, a bit of lumber there. Palace Guard charging forward, trying to deal with these forces. Able to quickly over close the distance here. That wall does go down. Getting some good damage there. Battery pushing more holes there. The gatehouse does go down as well. Palace Guard trying to overwhelm these cannoneers. Right now, Pink has 53 versus 70 forces, so they have a similar number at the moment. Both sides are streaming more and more military units. More fire lances for the Chinese player. He needs to pull out. He's running low on food at the moment. I'm not sure where all of his food, golden comes from at the moment. Trade caravans. He's going for a very long distance trade caravan, or that needs a wall segment right now, because right now they're taking not a good path right there. He may just want to delete a wall segment in the corner. This keeps on being repaired on up. This force is advancing on forward. Got more and more horsemen. Respawning a lot of trash horsemen as well. Palace Guards are charging forward. Gets good health regen from the dead nearby friendlies. All the battery rams have gone down. We also now have Zinch News been put out. An X and anti-light unit. They don't do any bonus damage for light, they just good have first attack that does good damage, which could be effective versus the low armored units. Trade caravans are taking an improper route, needs to delete some of these wall segments. And now these horsemen do find the trade as well. This is not looking good for the Chinese player. He needs that gold. The Chinese player does have a small reserve of gold as well. Trying to patch up his walls. He does keep an opening there. And Zinch News now firing away. He does on hand cannoneer. Let's go for the elite Zinch News upgrade. Great AoE damage on these forces. Horsemen still running around, getting some hits there on these traders. Looks like Green has not gone for any traders yet. If he needs a touch more gold, he can give out a handful. He's not pulling out forward to keep here, and maybe in range of each other. It's hard for me to tell. Looks like it's not. Horsemen have been cleaned on up. Green, there's only this tiny little breach there. Oh, we've got these horsemen still going around. Good work, Horsemen still being a bit of a problem for Pink. Trebuchet has been pulled out by Green now. We got Lord's number Zinch News pushing way forward, trying to get some good damage on these forces. They do, of course, have the elite upgrade, giving 9x3 attack, up to 27 damage, minus armor, which is plus 3 armor with the spearman, so essentially up to like 18 damage per attack. Mainly put them on high ground. And got these forces sort of just trying to dogpile in, they're sort of dancing around a bit funnily. Got some fire lance going out on the field. Some clockwork, honestly some nest of bees here, doesn't have to be clockwork. Wouldn't be half bad help to deal with this choke. Dude, oh, he destroys his own wall segments there, get his battery rams pushing forward to hit that keep. This area is pretty good size of a choke point there. Horseman does spot those battery rams. And now that breach there they created could be a bit of a problem. Horsemen turning forward, and those are fire lances. But the Palace Guards also turning forward as well, as was the Zinch News. Cannoneers, I think they're overkilling some stuff. They do clean up all those battery rams there. Now there's another opening. Big wave of fire lances charging forward, trying to deal with this castle there. Doesn't go for a charge down to the hand cannoneers. Boys supposed to face forward, got the battering rams charging forward as well. Horsemen trying to deal with the battering rams. And these firelings is going straight for the villager line or somewhere. More and more Pink's forces are starting to stream on in as he's trying to go for a counterattack. This force is not sustaining not a lot of damage. Horseman now exploit the breach that he created, and there's going to be another breach over here relatively soon as well. Horseman now charging forward, trying to deal with these various forces. More and more of these hand cannons firing away, getting some good kills on these forces that's streaming on forward. Those are just trying to dogpile in. That's a growth there. You have these fire lancers charging forward, trying to get some good kills, maybe onto these villagers. Pink Manias are regrouping these forces here that keep it slowly going on down. So these forces are quite wounded. And these fire lancers do finding good hits there on these villagers. He currently has 145 villagers. His opponent has 103. The Chinese player has a huge reserve of gold right now. It's like I said before, and I think some recipes would be great. But Zoom's of course not half bad either. Forces advance forward. Try to go rebuild the walls, and he is going to rebuild it. He does lose that keep as a hard point there. More and more palace guards charging on in. These barracks aren't actually growing anything at the moment. He has plenty of population room for him to start growing. He is having trouble with macro. Does pull out a whole bunch of wood stuff there. Now he's going for some nest bees finally. More of these palace guards are just going to just reinforce here. With the fact that he still hasn't had to lead him on these walls there. Now these villagers, all these traders can be gunned down. Now his opponent's in his opponent's trade line. Boys, hand cannoneers, and Zoom Schnoos are being blown out. The nested bees are on the build too as well. Horsemen now charging forward. Pink's trying to go to the defensive castle here. Pink's castle here is almost gone down. Now here comes the nested bees. Fires a massive volley into these hand cannoneers, wiping out a good chunk of them and severely wounding the other chunk. Next volley can wipe out almost the entire army. There does almost wipe out the entire army. We got some longbows being charged on in, but of course a decent cheap unit. The English player is just trying to maintain his minimum passive golden come. Like I said, he could use 10 or 20 traders, but he only have that because of the max distance. Clock tower or nested bees are now being hit. Got more nested bees been out. The horsemen were unable to get a single kill on those nested bees, and now this infantry force is very, very vulnerable to those nested bees. More and more palace guards turning forward to hold the line. Man arms trying to charge on forward as well. Got some horse, fire lancers and all that sort. He's just trying to charge for those nested bees. Regain some of those men at arms. Of course, have the extra armor as well because they're English. Most of these nested bees are starting to be overwhelmed. There's still not enough front line here, and these traders still going down. He's lost a large number of forces here. He's trying to build more and more forces. I think the Chinese player is going. He's just degrading. He does get some good kills there on those villagers, but his front line's broken. His production is not good. His opponent has 90 units versus 22. And the Chinese player has backed out of the game. Overall, great game by both players. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.